Chosen one, what you are about to hear may feel unsettling, yet strangely familiar, as if an ancient echo from lifetimes past is finally reaching your consciousness. This prophecy is not for the masses. It is meant for a tiny fraction of souls who carry an unmistakable spark in their very essence. Only 1% of chosen ones will truly grasp the gravity of what is revealed here. And if you feel a stirring in your heart, a resonance in your bones, then you may be among the rare few who are destined to understand. Before we embark on this journey into the depths of mystery and revelation, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to stay connected, and leave a comment below with the number 777. That number will serve as a powerful declaration to the universe that you are ready, truly ready, to receive the wisdom concealed in this prophecy. If you're not the one, if your spirit isn't aligned, you may find these words too strange, too unsettling, and you may drift away. But if you truly know, that you were meant to be here, then let your entire being remain open to the message that is about to unfold. Pause for a breath, and in the silence, feel the electric current of possibility that gently courses through your body. You have long suspected that something in you was different, that your viewpoints, your struggles, and your deeper questions about life set you apart from the crowd. You may have been labeled odd or too intense, or you might have learned to cloak your intensity with a polite facade to fit in. But the universe sees beyond our disguises. It recognizes the quiet restlessness that stirs behind your eyes, the longing for a truth that transcends the mundane chatter of everyday life. You have wondered why your journey seems so inexplicably difficult at times, why heartbreak, disappointment, or loneliness visit you more than they seem to visit others. And yet, you've also noticed those flashes of synchronicity, of meaningful coincidence, that make you question if there is a larger plan at work. Perhaps you've had dreams or visions pointing toward a destiny you can't fully articulate. This prophecy exists to confirm that your suspicions weren't just fleeting fantasies. There is a reason for your longing, your struggles, and the uncanny signs that have followed you like a silent chorus. In ancient times, seers and sages spoke of a lineage of souls who would come forth in an era of great transformation. They saw that the world would reach a crossroads, a point where old systems crumble and new possibilities emerge out of the ashes. These souls, rare as diamonds in the rough, would not only survive the tumult but thrive in it, carrying within them the seeds of renewal that the future so desperately needs. We call these individuals chosen ones, not to place them on a pedestal but to recognize their heightened level of awareness, empathy, and resilience. You are not here by accident or mere happenstance. Every event in your life, whether triumphant or tragic, was woven into the grand tapestry that leads you now to this precise moment. Yes, you have endured heartbreak, betrayal, and confusion, but each wound was an initiation, forging the strength and compassion you need to fulfill your role in the grand cosmic play. This prophecy declares that your hardships were never random. They were shaping the very qualities that will guide you and those you touch toward a new dawn. Only 1% will truly hear this call. The rest will label it delusion or ignore it in favor of life's distractions. But something in you is leaning forward. You can't help it. You sense that every word resonates with a part of you that has gone unnamed for too long. Some might even feel goosebumps right now, or the stir of tears, because when truth finally intersects with recognition, it can be overwhelming. That is the spirit within you, nodding, whispering, "Yes, this is it." Do not doubt those whispers or pass them off as mere emotion. In the realm of the sacred, emotion is often a gateway to deeper truths, guiding you to trust what logic alone cannot fathom. If you remain open, you'll discover that your soul has known all along that something monumental awaits you. Your path to understanding this prophecy might not be straightforward. There may be days when you question your sanity, or nights when you feel burdened by a sense of responsibility you cannot fully explain. The weight of feeling like you have a mission in a world that often prefers comfort to consciousness can be taxing. You might wonder if it would be easier to go back to a simpler existence, to ignore the cosmic nudges that keep you awake at night. Yet, try as you might, you cannot bury the brightness of your soul. The light that resides in you is irrepressible. You can dim it for a while, but it always finds a way to break through the cracks of doubt and fear, illuminating your life with an unearthly glow. Embrace that glow, dear soul. Understand that it's the universe's signature on your heart, marking you as one who has a significant role in these transitional times. Prophecy may sound archaic in a world governed by technology and data-driven logic, but some truths are timeless, transcending the boundaries of any particular era or culture. This prophecy speaks not of predictions in the mundane sense, but of a shift in human consciousness that has been prophesied across civilizations. From the ancient Vedic texts to the oracles of Greece, from the coded teachings of indigenous elders to the cryptic messages scrawled in medieval manuscripts, the theme remains consistent. There will be a select group of souls who carry an elevated vision for humanity, an unbreakable moral compass, and an empathic link to the heartbeat of the planet. You, dear listener, stand among them, and if you're resonating with these words, that resonance is no coincidence. It's the universe's clarion call, urging you to recall your cosmic origins and the blueprint of destiny etched into your very being. We live in an age where illusions crowd our senses from the moment we wake up to the moment we close our eyes at night. Advertisements, news cycles, social media feeds, and the general hustle can keep our consciousness locked in a loop of trivial concerns. The spiritual dimension recedes into the background, overshadowed by the urgency of short-term tasks. Yet, for the chosen ones, illusions eventually lose their charm. Sooner or later, you realize that no amount of material success or external validation can fill the void that only your higher calling can address. For the 99%, the illusions remain captivating, a siren song lulling them into complacency or shallow pursuits. But for the 1% who are truly awake, every piece of superficial input is recognized as fleeting, ephemeral. You yearn for something deeper, something that speaks to the root of your existence, something that explains why you are here at this juncture of space and time. When you reflect upon your own life, notice how certain events or encounters seemed orchestrated, as though an invisible hand was guiding you. Perhaps you stumbled upon a mentor at exactly the right time, or a heartbreak catapulted you into a radical transformation that eventually saved you from a darker fate. Trace these lines of synchronicity and see how they merge to shape your path. This prophecy suggests that these synchronicities will increase exponentially as you become more open to your role. You'll find that the universe is not random chaos. It's a living tapestry of energies, weaving your experiences into a masterpiece that reveals your hidden strengths. Each so-called coincidence is a cosmic nudge, reminding you that your story is entwined with a greater narrative unfolding across the planet. Chosen one, you may be asking, what exactly am I supposed to do with this prophecy? The answer, like the prophecy itself, is not a simple set of instructions. It is more about remembering who you are at the deepest level. Once you remember your divine heritage, your everyday choices begin to shift. Maybe you'll feel compelled to speak up against injustice or to create art that uplifts the human spirit. Maybe you'll serve your community in ways you never considered before, or you'll embrace a healing modality that brings solace to those who are suffering. The specifics vary because each chosen one has a different mission. Yet the essence remains the same. You become an agent of light in a world that often seems consumed by darkness. Your presence alone, guided by authenticity and compassion, has the power to alter the frequency of any room you enter. It's not about saving everyone. It's about embodying a higher vibration that others can sense and, if they are willing, resonate with. So how do you deepen your understanding of this prophecy? It begins with stillness. Spend time each day in silent reflection, meditation, or prayer. Listen to your heart more than to the clamor of the world. Journal your inspirations and the signs you notice, for patterns may emerge that point you toward your unfolding destiny. Cultivate self-discipline and a sense of sacred purpose in your actions. Recognize that even mundane tasks can become acts of devotion if approached with the right mindset. As you do this, your intuition sharpens, your energy becomes more focused, and you realize that the universe is not some abstract concept. It's a living force eagerly collaborating with you. Whether you call it God, Spirit, Source, or something else, its presence is palpable when you allow yourself to be fully present. Make no mistake, challenges will come. In fact, the path of the chosen one often involves more trials than an ordinary life might present. You will be tested precisely because you have so much at stake in realizing your potential. These trials aren't designed to break you, but to forge your character and prove your resolve. Think of them as spiritual weightlifting sessions, each designed to build a stronger foundation for the extraordinary tasks ahead. When confronted with failure, heartbreak, or betrayal, resist the urge to spiral into hopelessness. Instead, ask what is being revealed or refined within you. Pain can be a powerful teacher if approached with curiosity instead of resentment. Each challenge faced and overcome adds another layer of depth to your compassion, another facet of wisdom that you can later share with those who look to you for guidance. You may also experience periods of isolation. This is not to punish you, but to allow you the space to integrate new insights. Many chosen ones find themselves in a season of solitude before a significant spiritual leap forward. Embrace it rather than resist it. In the quiet, you can hear the universe's whispers more clearly, free from the distracting noise that saturates everyday life. Let go of the fear of missing out on trivial social events. Understand that your unique journey might not mirror that of your peers, and that is perfectly acceptable. By honoring your individuality, you align with the cosmic blueprint that is so much grander than any conventional script society hands out. One hallmark of the prophecy is the realization that your gifts and talents, those things that came naturally to you or that you felt inexplicably drawn to, are not incidental. They are parts of the key that unlocks your fullest expression. Could be a knack for counseling others, a flair for creativity, or even a magnetic presence that influences people without you even trying. The prophecy urges you to cultivate these gifts to their highest potential because they are integral to your mission. Think of them as instruments in a divine orchestra. By playing your instrument authentically, you contribute to the harmonious evolution of the collective. Neglecting them, on the other hand, is like muting a vital note that was intended to resonate across existence. You might wonder how you'll stay motivated when the path becomes steep or lonely. The answer lies in connecting deeply with your own spiritual center, recharging in the presence of nature, or through the sacred rituals that align with your beliefs. It could be lighting a candle at dawn, reading sacred texts, chanting mantras, or simply placing your palms on the earth and feeling her steady heartbeat. The prophecy implies that you have an open channel to these realms of higher energy. Use that channel deliberately, not as a last resort. When the world feels too heavy, return to that wellspring of divine replenishment. In that communion, you'll find renewed courage, perspective, and the inner stillness that makes your next step clear. The prophecy also speaks of global shifts, wars, environmental disasters, social upheavals. These are not random acts of chaos, but catalysts that awaken humanity to the necessity of transformation. As a chosen one, you are sensitive to the world's pain, sometimes feeling it as if it were your own. This empathic bond is both a burden and a gift, a constant reminder that your life is not solely about personal gain. When you align your energies with the greater good, you tap into reservoirs of cosmic power, receiving support from forces beyond your comprehension. You become part of the solution. Even seemingly small acts can ripple across the collective psyche, seeding hope in places where despair once reigned. Of course, not everyone you meet will appreciate or believe in your calling. Some might see your conviction as arrogance or delusion. That's okay. The prophecy was never meant for the 99%. You do not need external validation to confirm an inner truth that resonates at every level of your being. Keep shining, keep speaking your truth, and keep acting from a place of integrity. Those who are ready to hear will hear, and those who aren't will find their own paths in their own time. Part of fulfilling this prophecy is learning to let go of the outcome, trusting that each soul awakens at the pace their journey requires. You are responsible for offering your light, not for forcing others to accept it. As you progress, your sense of identity may undergo profound shifts. You might feel less attached to labels, achievements, or old storylines that once defined you. Paradoxically, this detachment makes you more grounded, not less. Freed from the chains of egoic self-identification, you can flow with life's currents more gracefully. You become a channel for wisdom and compassion, noticing solutions where others see impossibility. The prophecy teaches that those who are flexible and open are better equipped to ride the waves of global transformation. Rigidity breaks under pressure, while adaptability thrives. Keep an eye on your dreams. They may become more vivid, more symbolic, or strangely prophetic. Write them down, decode their themes, see how they relate to your waking life. Often, your higher self communicates through the language of images and emotions in the dream realm, conveying truths too complex for normal thought. The prophecy suggests that, in these transitional times, the veil between subconscious and conscious is thinner, making it easier to download cosmic information if you are attentive. Even a snippet of a dream could contain a clue that accelerates your journey. If you frequently wake with an unshakable sense of significance, trust it. Let curiosity lead you into the labyrinth of your own psyche, for it is there you will find hidden jewels of insight and prophecy tailored specifically for you. You might also experience physical symptoms as you shift into alignment with your calling. Some call this ascension sickness. Everything from fatigue to tingling sensations, waves of emotion, or changes in sleep patterns. While not everyone undergoes the same experiences, these are signs that your entire being, body, mind, and spirit, is recalibrating to a higher frequency. Honor your body's needs. Drink plenty of water, ground yourself in nature, and refrain from overexerting your nervous system with too much digital stimulation. The prophecy states that your vessel must be prepared to carry the potent energies now awakening within you. Neglecting self-care can lead to burnout, a pattern that many well-intentioned souls fall into when they first embrace their destiny. Another facet of this prophecy involves noticing how quickly your thoughts manifest outcomes. When a chosen one aligns with their inner truth, the barrier between thought and reality thins. You may notice that positive affirmations and visualizations yield faster, more tangible results, or that negative mindsets quickly spiral into undesirable circumstances. This is not punishment or reward. It is the law of resonance at work. Be mindful of your mental diet. Cultivate thoughts that empower and uplift, because the universe listens closely to your inner dialogue. A single shift in mindset can recalibrate your external reality, affirming that you, indeed, walk with cosmic favor. As you grow more comfortable wielding this creative power, humility becomes essential. With great energy comes great responsibility. Use your influence not to manipulate, but to co-create a reality steeped in love and harmony. The prophecy warns that those who misuse their gifts risk creating discord, both in their personal lives and in the collective. True greatness lies in serving a purpose bigger than oneself. This does not mean you must sacrifice all personal desires, but it does mean aligning those desires with the highest good for all. When your intentions spring from love and unity, your manifestations carry the blessing of universal support, amplifying your capacity to bring healing and transformation to the world around you. As this prophecy weaves deeper into your consciousness, you may feel a gentle sense of urgency. Not the frantic rush of a deadline, but the soul-level realization that life is both precious and fleeting. Each breath is an opportunity to embody a clearer vision of who you are meant to be. Do not let fear of imperfection paralyze you. The universe doesn't demand perfection, only authenticity. Even small steps taken in faith can trigger big shifts over time. If you feel inspired to create, create. If you feel called to speak out, speak out. If you're drawn to heal, then heal. Trust that every sincere action, no matter how modest it may appear on the surface, resonates far beyond the limits of what your mind can perceive. The world stands at a threshold, with crises blossoming in every corner, yet also shimmering with unprecedented potential for rebirth. The prophecy states that a global awakening is at hand, and you are part of that wave. Whether your contribution is large or small in the eyes of humanity, it is indispensable in the eyes of the universe. Only 1% will fully embrace this prophecy and all it entails. But that is enough. Real change has never required the majority, only a dedicated minority who believe wholeheartedly and act with unyielding conviction. If you are among that minority, then every step you take in alignment with your soul's mission has exponential impact. At times, you may feel drawn to gather with other chosen ones. Watch for those encounters. They often happen through synchronistic meetings or heartfelt online communities where souls from different walks of life discover they share a deeper language. These gatherings can accelerate your evolution, offering mutual encouragement and a sense of belonging that dissolves the loneliness you once endured. Whether physically or virtually, find those who recognize your spirit. Share your stories, your dreams, and your concerns. Together, you form a lattice of energy, each node supporting the others, and collectively amplifying your power to heal and uplift. As you read these lines, let them settle into your heart. Close your eyes for a moment and envision a future that embodies the fruits of this prophecy. See a landscape where people lead with empathy, where innovation serves the collective, and where the bond between humanity and the earth is one of respect and reciprocity. See yourself playing your role, whether as a visionary, a healer, a protector, or a catalyst for justice. Breathe life into that vision, for in doing so, you anchor it into the realm of possibility. The universe responds not just to what you want, but to the depth of your faith and the clarity of your imagination. Now, if you haven't yet, comment 777 below. Let that act be a sacred pledge, a sign that you have heard the prophecy and are willing to carry it within you. By doing so, you create an energetic link between your personal timeline and this cosmic unfolding. Expect that soon afterward, signs may multiply in your life. A dream that confirms your intuition, a chance encounter that shifts your trajectory, or a sudden insight that unravels a knot in your heart. Embrace them with grace and gratitude, for they are proof that the prophecy is not mere words but a living force guiding your every step. Recognize that in honoring this prophecy, you also honor your ancestors. Whether in the spiritual sense or the literal genealogical sense, you stand on the shoulders of countless lives that paved the way for this moment. They might not have possessed the language to describe their hopes and struggles as you do now, but their journeys fertilized the soil from which you sprout. Their stories blend with yours, forming a continuum of courage and longing. In stepping forward, you carry their legacy into the future, fulfilling dreams they may never have voiced but silently carried in their hearts. Should doubts resurface, as they inevitably do, remember this simple truth. You were called not because you are flawless, but because you are capable of endless growth. The universe sees your imperfections and loves you anyway, cherishing every tear you've shed in pursuit of understanding. This is not about worthiness in the moralistic sense. It's about resonance. Your soul resonates with these words precisely because you harbor within you an extraordinary potential, a hidden reservoir of truth that the planet desperately needs. That potential only needs consistent nurturing to blossom. Every day you choose to trust in the cosmic dance rather than cower in cynicism, you water that seed. As you awaken more fully, be gentle with those who remain asleep. Some are not yet ready, but that doesn't make them adversaries or lesser souls. Each person has their own divine timetable, their own lessons to absorb. If you feel compelled to share your revelations, do so with humility and compassion, never with force or condescension. When you speak from a place of love, your words carry a frequency that transcends logic, touching hearts that might otherwise be closed. You become a gateway through which others can glimpse the realm of the sacred. Ultimately, this prophecy is a mirror, reflecting back to you the grandness of your own spirit. It doesn't impose a destiny upon you. It merely reminds you of what you already carry within. You always had a choice, even if life's illusions tried to convince you otherwise. You can turn away now, dismissing these insights as fancy or delusion, or you can dare to embrace your role in humanity's unfolding story. Let that decision be guided by the whisper in your heart that recognizes truth when it is spoken. Allow yourself the freedom to step beyond fear, beyond limitation, into a state of co-creation with the universe that births miracles in the most unexpected ways. Chosen one, remember that only 1% will truly comprehend the magnitude of this prophecy, will let it shape their reality, and will walk forward with unwavering faith. If you have listened this far, felt the resonances spin webs of hope and conviction through your being, then you are likely among that 1%. Claim it, own it, celebrate it. The road ahead may be winding, but it is also lit by the torch of a calling that surpasses any fleeting earthly ambition. Know that every footstep you take is recorded in cosmic memory, leaving a trail of stardust for others to follow. You stand at a threshold few ever dare to cross. Step through it, guided by a love that knows no bounds and a vision that refuses to be confined. Let your life itself become the prophecy fulfilled.